Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.
That would get a people together. Knowledge is something that gives you structure. Our people have no structure because our people will just grab anything just to have a foothold in all your knowledge, your schooling, wherever you got your knowledge from. How does that help our people? That's the point. They can't answer that. If we just forget the history, which we really can't, and you get to what is your solution, Israelites have a solution. That's right. It's the law, statutes, and commandments. No one else has a solution. The Quran ain't got no guidance. Kemet ain't got no solution. Moors ain't got no solution. Christianity ain't got no solution. The Buddhists ain't got. And nobody, scientists, whatever he believe in, ghosts, gobbles, and ghouls, none of that has.
It's crazy. We were just talking, and this girl pulled up talking about Yahweh ben Yahweh. Like, what y'all know about that?
Well, my actual first introduction, I didn't know this coming into the truth, but when I look back, my first introduction to Yahweh ben Yahweh was in South Florida on an underground station. They used to just play him over and over. I don't know, was it him or was it a follower of him?
No.
Do you remember?
No, it was him.
Was it followers?
No, it was him.
It was him. So yeah, he used to teach on a radio station, and I used to always listen to it, but at the same time I was like, this dude sounds like a bug out, but something about what he's saying, I had to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But what was she talking about?
Nah, she was talking about the language.
Just to, also to be clear, we don't follow Yahweh ben Yahweh
At all. Please don't get that
because he forgot to say that when he was talking. He made it sound like the first time we saw him was on.
Nah, that's the first time I was ever introduced to anything, but I didn't realize it at that time. I was still in the world back then. I was just was I in college back then? I was still old. I'm not gonna say I was young.
What's that Proverbs?
It was in 2000. Was that early 2000s that Yahweh ben Yahweh was on the radio?
I want to say that was in the somewhere around there, late 90s, early.
Late 90s. Oh, well, yeah. I was probably in college back then, late 90s. Yahweh ben Yahweh. I was probably listening to NPR, trying to uplift myself. NPR is like public access radio, whatever.
Pull the scripture real quick for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24.
Get out.
Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? There was a lot of brothers who went through other camps to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? I know a brother who was in DOCC. Like, brothers get in there, start learning the basics, their understanding, you know what I'm saying, develops. And then they move on to another camp that might suit them, or another teacher that might suit them.
I know a brother you was
understand
talking about. No, I'm just saying, I know a brother you was talking about that came from GOC.
Yeah. There's a few of them. Listen. We might start underneath one teacher and develop into another one or become teachers. I mean, man's goings are of the Lord. The Most High will move you into whoever you need to meet.
My first introduction was IUIC. From IUIC, I started watching General Shaw. You know what I'm saying? I would have joined his camp if he didn't have one in Atlanta. So,
was it the Atlanta camp at IUIC that you were watching?
Nah, it was the... Yeah, it might have been the Atlanta camp. I can't remember, honestly. I just remember me and my dad was on the porch.
For me, it was the Atlanta camp. I used to watch them brothers when they were right there at 5 Points from the train station. Yeah, I used to come up and watch them all the time when I first got introduced to camps.
I saw where it was.
Camps.
I saw where it was located at. That's how I was able to get out there because it was right across from Georgia State where I used to go to school at. So, but yeah, my first introduction wasn't actually in person. It was just on the porch with my pops. He was smoking and the video came on. That's how I came into the truth.
That's crazy. Yo, the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 9. And a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directs his steps. See, brothers got good hearts, and brothers want to try to find information. Eliel always was a person, it seems to me, always was a person who wanted to learn more and more, wanted to find out things, a seeker of knowledge, per se.
I was trying to be a Freemason before I came into this.
Hey, we always into different things. I took my Shahada at one time. I wanted to be a Muslim at one point in time in my life. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will maneuver you and move you to where He wants you to be ultimately. So let me read it one more time. Proverbs 16:9, a man's heart divides his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Your heart can be into selling drugs and gangbanging. Your heart could be to singing songs and making music and going on tour. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High will bring you out of that if that's His will. You know what I'm saying? Bring you into a place of understanding. And we just was reading what understanding was, man. Removing yourself from evil ways, removing yourself those things that are opposite of the Most High. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? You got a minute to talk? Need somebody. Hey, all right. Be safe out here, man. Hey, but that's what it is, man. We all moving around. We all going our own way. But the fact of the matter is, wisdom crieth in the streets. The Most High is directing steps to put you in the right position. Will you stop and listen? Or you got to continue on to meet someone who could possibly be your destruction? Ask yourself that question.
AHOS